Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Bebo and welcome back to another episode of this Let's Play Minecraft Survival Series. In the previous episode we worked a lot on this room behind me, and today we are going to be building the actual dark room mob spawner itself, which is going to put mobs straight into this here hole. So let's get after it. As you can see, I have made my inventory beautiful in preparation for this project. I've got a ton of wood because we need to make a ton of trapdoors for the mobs to walk over. I'll talk more about that. I've got a bunch of torches. I got all my tools. I think I'm going to be using an iron pickaxe for most of this project, simply because I don't want to chunk through my silk touch pickaxe. And that's just because we don't have mending yet, and it might be a while till we have mending. So I don't want to use this unless I have to. I've got my bow and arrows in case things get hairy with the mobs, same with the shield. So I am ready to go, guys. I am so prepared to start building this project. I've been looking forward to it a whole lot. And the last thing we need to do is to take the y coordinate of this area, and that's 55. So probably 54 is going to be the ceiling of the first level of the mob farm. Let's get digging, guys. Let's get it done. Man, I'm so excited to actually have an income of XP. We can finally move on to other projects. So what we can do is we can go over here, break through that like so, and we might put a nicer block here in the future. But the way this is going to work is the mobs are going to come shooting up this side, they're going to be pushed over, and they're going to drop over there. That'll allow us to keep this looking nice and clean, and we'll be able to decorate this area. We won't have to see the mobs coming up and being pushed forward. Also, at no point during this process will they actually be able to see and target and aggro onto me, which is good, because I don't like dying to mobs. And so now comes the hairy part, I guess, as we go down and we press F3 so that we can get our Y coordinate. And now we just dig down until we are at the coordinate that we want. The reason we're going in by 2 blocks here is, well, because of the old adage, you don't dig straight down. It's one of the unwritten rules of Minecraft, if you will. I guess this is still digging straight down, but it's in a controlled fashion. This way, if I find lava underneath me here, I'll still be on the other block. So we said 54 was going to be our ceiling, right? So if this is 52, what are we looking at? Where is the looking at? There it is. We are looking at 51, 52, 53, 54. So this is going to be our ceiling. We want a 3-block high area, and I just realized I left the wool upstairs, but that's okay. We can do that bit last. So here it is. This is going to be the chute up, but this is actually going to have to go much, much lower. But I think we should dig out the top level first. So what's going to happen here is we are going to funnel in mobs from elsewhere, right? They are going to come from a bit further away than this. So maybe the wall goes, oh, I don't know. Let's say over here, right? Yeah. So this needs to be this one of the 2 blocks of the center of our chamber. Let's go, I don't know, this way. And what are we looking at? This is 53, so we want 54 to be our ceiling. This way, we're not going to disturb too much of the lake underneath. Of course, I'll go in and terraform and make it beautiful afterwards. You know, I'll collect all the sand and I'll bone meal it once it's put back in. And of course, we're going to keep our lake looking beautiful. But right now, we're just going to dig this out. As I realize this is going to take quite a long time, I want to do several floors of this mob farm, right? This is an old darkroom mob spawner design from, oh, I don't know, 1.2? It's a super old trick, and it's worked ever since then. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go to the 8th block. Here we go. And this is going to be where the mobs fall down. Oh, of course we hit a cave. Alright. That's no worries. It's just more blocks already dug out for us. Beautiful. But yeah, this is a super old 1.2 design. I could not, to save my life, I could not tell you who came up with this design. There's so many different iterations of it. I mean, the concept is simple, right? It's a dark room in which mobs spawn, and you basically put all the mobs into one place where you can then kill them for XP and drops, right? Not rocket science, if you ask me. But the idea of this farm, guys, is that we are going to have big square spawning pads, and the mobs are basically going to pathfind themselves into a water stream, which, as I said earlier, is going to pump the mobs up into the kill chamber that we have already built. So, super easy, in theory. The only problem is, as you can see, it takes a super long time just to dig out the area. Of course, most versions of this mob farm are built in the sky, and they have a drop chute where the mobs will take a bunch of fall damage before actually ending up in the kill chamber. This design is going to be, well, a little bit experimental on my part, if I'm being completely honest. I want to play around with using magma blocks to damage the mobs before they actually get into the kill chamber. I used to do this, I had an Enderman farm in a survival world one time, and I used magma blocks for that, and it worked pretty well, but I don't know if that'll work anymore because, well, mobs don't pathfind onto magma blocks anymore, at least as of 1.16 for sure. I don't know if they patched that already, but whew, yeah. Magma blocks won't be walked on by the mobs themselves. But since we're going to be pushing our mobs with water, I'm pretty sure that it'll still work. So stick around for that little bit of experimentation. Or I can't count and speak at the same time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But while I'm digging this out, guys, yeah, I just kind of want to chat. I think it'd be super cool to talk about things and the world, I guess. How you guys doing? Y'all staying safe? Please, please, keep up the good hygiene. Wash your hands. Stay safe. Stay inside. I've been inside for, oh boy. Well, I shouldn't say I've been inside. But I have not spoken to strangers in over a month now, I think. Yeah, the last time was when I would have went in for an orthodontist appointment. But they had to reschedule it because there was no doctor there. So, yeah, that was cool. Just, talking to the receptionist lady, even for a few seconds, was super refreshing. Oh, man. It really is hard not talking to people, guys. But, I don't know, being on YouTube helps. Hopefully, watching YouTube helps. And yeah, stay strong, guys. I'm doing this too. Everyone's doing this, guys. And if anyone isn't, man, that's scary stuff. Don't get yourself sick. Don't get other people sick, man. That's all I have to say. Um, but yeah, I'm waiting for people a lot smarter than me to tell me that it's okay to go outside again. Oh, not even go outside. All right. What I've been doing to keep myself physically active during this time is something you could do too. Is I've been going running. Right? And a lot of people actually have been going running or going walking or just, getting outside and of course staying as far away from people as is reasonable. But yeah, just you can still go outside and you can still do certain things. It's just you can't do it with people, right? Or with people you don't live with, I should say. I mean, if you live with someone, you're, around that, there's not much you can do at that point. But yeah, man, I mean, definitely still get outside, still stay active. I could tell you it helps. It's been helping me a whole lot. Even just getting some sunshine has improved my mood. Absolutely amazing. I've been running with my dog and my dad. It's a super good time. I seriously recommend getting outside. There's probably nothing better that you can do for your health right now other than getting good sleep and getting outside to exercise. Seriously, works wonders for the mind, and yeah, it's so refreshing, unbelievably so. Like you wouldn't believe. But as you can see here, we are making excellent progress on the mob spawner. You can see I'm starting to dig out how this thing is going to look, right? So obviously it's going to be pitch black in here. We'll have to go through and remove all the torches before we actually leave this thing to function. But what you can see happening here is we have a big old square where the mobs are going to spawn, right? And they're just going to mosey around as they do. They're going to be chilling. They're going to be, doing their mob things when no one's around. But eventually, they're going to pathfind into these gaps. And these gaps are going to go all the way down to the bottom, where the mobs are going to be collected into a central chamber. They are going to be pushed out this way to where the central tunnel, or to where the chute is. They're going to be fired up this tunnel, and they are going to be sent across and down into the kill chamber. So that's the idea for this, guys. Yeah, there's not a whole bunch to do other than keep breaking blocks. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to make some real progress on this first level. And I will bring you guys back when we have this little setup copied in all 4 quadrants of this floor of the spawner. A bit of a mouthful there. Basically, I'm going to finish this floor. Well, not finish it. I am going to dig out this floor. There we go. Those are the words I want. I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, we are back and this is looking beautiful. It's actually not looking beautiful, but we're never going to see it again once we're done with this project, so I am fine with that. Now, I thought I wasn't going to have to make a trip back up to the surface because I thought I had everything, but I actually forgot 2 things. The first thing that I forgot is the wool that we collected from the overcrowded sheep in the last episode, and what that'll do is it'll help us prevent the spawning of creepers. No, not creepers, spiders. It will prevent the spawning of spiders. There we go. Because spiders will gum up our system, block off other mobs, and they won't fall into the kill chamber, and they're just a mess. Plus, I have 0 interest in spider eyes and 0 interest in string, so it's fine to get rid of the spiders. And since this area is a 3-block high area, mobs that do spawn in here, like zombies and skeletons, will in fact be able to walk over the top of the carpets no problemo, which is exactly what we want. Now, you'll see here that I have a stack of jungle trapdoors, and if my math is correct, then this is the exact amount of trapdoors that we will need to set up this floor. So the next step of this is to simply open up all the trapdoors that we place in the gaps. What this does for the mobs is it will cause them to be able to pathfind over the edge more easily. So basically, a mob will be doing its thing, but when it sees an edge here and a big old drop, it'll say, no, I don't want to fall and die, and so it will avoid the edge. But with the trapdoors here, it will instead see the trapdoor and think, oh, yes, this is fine. This is good. I can walk here and not be funneled into a kill chamber where I will be killed. Oh no, how did that happen? Yeah, that's the official coding language, by the way, what happens in the brain of mobs. Ooh. We cannot have these going the wrong way. I'm okay with this place being ugly, but not that ugly. Alright, so here we go. We have got trapdoors in place. This is a really quick process, filled with right-clicking, placing and opening trapdoors. Riveting, I know. But this actually boosts the efficiency of the farm so much, guys. It is so important to have. Otherwise, the mobs at the top just won't walk off, and they'll take up the mob cap. The faster we can get mobs into the system, the faster they can be killed, and the more mobs we can spawn. So it is super important for the sake of efficiency that we get all of this placed. Are you kidding me? Wait a minute. There's no way we're out. Did I drop any? Whoa, my math is terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so what happened is we went one block too far this way. And that can be fixed by throwing down a few more blocks. You'll notice my inventory is pretty clear. And that is because, guys, we simply do not have the storage to store all the blocks that we're going to pick up in this project. So I threw some blocks down into here. Looks like they've despawned already. Yeah, we're gonna be throwing away a lot of these blocks because our little chest monster back in the tower simply can't handle it all. There's no way in the world. So we're just gonna fill up this wall, and then everything will be nice and symmetrical. My math was good once again. That's amazing. Man, how embarrassing would it be if I actually did bad math on camera? I mean, I guess my counting, my initial counting was bad, which stinks, but I might not have done it on camera, alright? It's this side of the spawner, and yeah, it wasn't on camera, it doesn't count. Don't hold it against me. Alright, so now that we have the trapdoors in place, and of course everything is the correct size, what we're going to do now is we're going to go down another 3 blocks, and the floor of this level will make up the ceiling of the next level. So obviously we're going to have to fill in a bunch of stuff down here, place more torches, the works. But this is all cave we've already explored, so I'm not worried about it. Probably connects up to our mine shaft somewhere. So I guess that's pretty cool. We'll have to be careful not to break into it at a future date, or we are going to get swarmed with the evil things that spawn in here, man. And if this thing is efficient at all, it is going to be a nightmare to try to clear that out. So basically, we are going to do the same thing down here that we did up there. You'll also notice that I'm down to half of an iron pickaxe. I think I'm just gonna suck it up and use the diamond one, guys. I am not going to go through 5 iron pickaxes per floor. That's just ridiculous. So diamond pickaxe it is. I'm going to carry on working on the floors. When I am done with, oh, I don't know, 3 or 4 levels of this thing, I think what I'll do is I'll go up and grab the wool, and we will figure out exactly how we are going to set up the carpets so that we have maximum spawnage of everything but spiders. Because, you know what? I hate spiders. They're big and annoying, and they don't drop anything useful. You can argue string is useful, but you can get fishing rods and bows from things that aren't spiders. You don't have to craft those things. So, yeah, spiders are useless, and I will see you guys when the next 2 or 3 floors have been dug out and the trapdoors have been placed. Alright guys, so as you can see, everything is all dug out. We have all of the trapdoors in place. We have got water streams a-flowing. So as you can see, what will happen is the mobs will fall into these water streams and they will then be pushed towards the collection chamber. Now this is what I've had a bit of a struggle with, but a tutorial by Ike was able to get me sorted. So it's a bit complicated trying to get mobs up into a water elevator. And the reason for that is because water elevators have a tendency to spill, right? Especially in the area that you're trying to push mobs into. And so you can't have water flow going into the elevator without it spilling. Well, there is, of course, a workaround for that, and it's really, really quite simple. So all you need is your piece of soul sand, right? Behind that soul sand, you punch out 1 block for a water source above it to actually flow into. And then in a block below the soul sand and diagonal to it, like as you can see here, you can put a wall or a fence or anything that's a block and a half, like so. And so long as you have flowing water going into it that is high enough level, you will find that mobs pushed into it, and players as well actually, will be sent up into the elevator. And this is exactly what we needed. And now I gotta get out of this thing. Oh no. Stop. Let me out. Okay. So as you can see, guys, it is possible to do this, and that is kind of what I was worried about. And that little piece of soul sand there is the whole reason we went on our nether adventure not too long ago. And so now all that's left is to build the bubble elevator all the way up into the kill chamber. And this is going to be a process, guys. I had initially planned on using the kelp trick, a classic for building elevators quickly, but unfortunately, guys, we have no kelp. It's as simple as that. We don't have kelp, and that blows because that means we have to do this. We have to go into the elevator, not mess up our placement of source blocks. Oh, jeez. And we have to basically go in and place all of these by hand, and then we have to replace the wall. Oh, this is gonna be a pain. This is gonna hurt. Alright, maybe we need a second sign here. Beautiful. And the reason you need a sign up here is to yeah, let's cut off this flow, is so that again your bubble elevator doesn't spill. It's just the right size that any of our mobs will be able to fit through it. Remember, we are not collecting spiders. I picked up a whole bunch of carpet. And so, yeah, basically this design will function. It will serve our needs. Do not waterlog a sign, please. Oh, no. No, stop. Okay, alright, we're good. Let me just fix the flow a little bit here. Okay, alright. So I am going to build up that water vader off camera. That is for sure, because that is going to be a grind, and that is going to be annoying, and it's going to be painful, and yeah, I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. So what we're going to do now, guys, is figure out exactly how we are going to do the layout for the carpets in here. Dang it. Falling down is not conducive to figuring out carpet layouts. But now, here's what we're going to do. What we need to do is basically cover every 3x3 area on this 8x8 square in at least one carpet, right? The idea behind this is to maximize the amount of spawns for everything but spiders. We want to eliminate spiders completely. So let's get started on that. So as long as there are no 3x3 spaces in this design, we will be all set to go. Actually, we could probably set this out here, right? You'll see this entire corner now is not spawnable for spiders because this block is occupied, and spiders, I believe, need 3x3. We'll fix that in the next episode if it's 2x2, because man, that would that'd be terrible. And then, so I guess 2 blocks away we can do it like that. Wait a minute. Does this just solve all our problems? Is it as easy as that? I don't see a 3x3 space in here. It must be 2x2. Alright, well, I think I had that wrong. So let's try it in the 2x2 way, right? So we have to break up this 2x2, and now we have one here. So I guess let's just break all these up. Now we have 2x2s there, so let's break these apart on the diagonal. Right? And then so this is a 2x2 as well, so let's break that apart. I see a 2x2 here as well, so let's get rid of all of these. Is that it? Is this the layout? Oh my goodness. If anybody in the comments section below watches the video out to this point, man, you guys have got to help me out here. I'm really struggling with spider spawning mechanisms. I'll have to do some research off camera. Oh man. Okay, well, I had actually planned on getting this done today, getting the whole mob spawner done, but it took much longer than I thought it would to just dig stuff out and to have our little chat about the world in its current state and to get everything that we needed sorted. But I'm definitely going to be doing a whole bunch of off-camera work on figuring out the carpets, building up the actual mob elevator itself, and finally just testing this thing, seeing if it works. We'll punch out all the torches and we'll get it running in the next episode. We'll fix up all the little holes and stuff that are scattered around, and oh my god, my Discord's being blown up. And I think we're a little over time right now, guys. So that's going to be all from me today. I hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. I absolutely loved making it. One of my favorites so far. I love working on technical things. I hope you enjoyed it too, and if you did, you could let me know by hitting the like button below. If you have anything to say that can possibly help me optimize this thing just a little bit more, right? Anything on the carpet layouts for spiders, anything for the bubble vader to help expedite that process, anything else that we can do to make this thing better. Let me know if we should add another layer to it. Maybe we can build a better building on top of it. That would be sweet. Hit me with ideas down below in the comment section. And then, of course, if you want to see more about me, be sure to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.